Nope, sorry. Great.
I found out about Platform 2 through an email from a friend of mine that was passed on through Christian Aid Network. Email was really simple, just said, would you like to volunteer for 10 weeks in a developing country? Free of charge. This isn't a joke, was the punchline. Just let us know that you're interested. So I applied, and then 3 months down the line got ready to fly to Ghana. The people in the community stood out a lot. They were just really warm and welcoming, and just really ready and keen to engage with us. It was really kind of like a mutual cultural exchange. They were really intrigued to hear about where we were from, because we were noticeably different. Everyone in kind of the village is of the same ethnic background, same tribal background, speaks the same language. So when we arrived, all different people from all over the country, the UK, different ethnic groups and stuff. It's really intriguing for them, and just really interesting to see how they live and stuff. But probably the children out there, just so bubbly and vibrant, are the main highlight. You couldn't open your eyes without seeing issues of people not having basic needs met that we have over here. The main thing is that the village that we were staying in was a farming community, and so because the roads are very terrible there, cars refuse to pass through the village, so it's very hard for them to get the crops that they farm in their villages over to even local market, which is an hour away. So that source of employment, everyone was a farmer, but not everybody got paid. After kind of living with them, because we actually lived in the communities as well as working with them, you just kind of looked over those issues, and they became people. They weren't just like people we see on the news every day, they were actually people with stories. The project that we were doing in our village was to help develop a tourist site. They have a mountain called Mount Afajata, which is like the highest in West Africa, and they've cornered off a corner of that land, a section of the land around it, to kind of use as a wildlife resort and really develop it as a proper tourist site. It's really going to be there to provide an alternative source of employment for the local people, and generate some income and raise awareness of the kind of natural tourist sites that they have in that area. So hopefully there'll be kind of alternative jobs as opposed to farming that the local people can have access to. It's made me a lot more appreciative of what we have over here. A lot of things we take for granted, like free healthcare, free education, things like that. And also kind of opportunities like Platform 2, that we're lucky enough that our governments can afford to fund us to have such amazing opportunities and stuff. But also it's made me think, what can I do with this opportunity? So it's not just that I've got access to these, but what can I do with them now? How can I use that to help others? Having that experience of actually being there and seeing it, you can actually kind of reassure people and say, you know, you can take action, you can get involved in certain campaigns, and I know that this will help because I've been there and I've seen it. So kind of what I'm telling you, it's not just me saying like things that I've heard or things that I've seen on the telly, it's actually things that I've witnessed firsthand. I would never have been able to have done kind of overseas volunteering before. It's something that I'd looked into a lot, but the cost of the usual routes to international volunteering was just too steep.